I got like 3 likes, and then somebody asked me, do I get to drive it much? And I said no, because it's 10 inches long. And then
you posted behind
Then I got
the
like
scenes.
200 likes.
Yeah.
For lens selection, normally the big thing with macros is that unless you're shooting, you know, like flowers or insects or something,
Yeah.
you know, that you really need to magnify the image on the sensor. For cinematography, it's usually better to have like 100 millimeters or maybe 65 millimeters, because otherwise you have no room to light what you're shooting. So if you're doing, you know, the kind of lighting that we're going to do, you actually have to be back a little bit. So I'm going to try this 50 millimeter and see how that looks.
Okay.
Because if you're back too far, it's going to give away that it's a model. You know, because I'm trying to think, like, if I was on stage and I was shooting this, I would be positioning myself here. You know, I wouldn't set up 50 feet, 60 feet away. I want to see that perspective change. So this stuff will be like right on the set, and then you can reach in with full-size arms.
So it's like a miniature set and then a larger set around the miniature set.
Yeah. Hopefully the car will mostly be lit with sort of one large reflector. That's the goal. With cars, you can't light cars because they're just mirrors with tires.
Yeah.
So if you point the light at it, nothing happens, it just goes somewhere else.
Yeah.
So you have to light other things and then have it reflect in the paint job, which is why I'm fussy about the paint job in the car, is because it shows you're focusing on that. So
Yeah.
if there's like a thumbprint,
don't touch the car, Jake.
what comes out.
That's what he's telling you. Just FYI. It's fine.
Everyone touches the car. They
Yeah,
can't
you
help
can't help
themselves.
but touch the car.
Yeah. Just get as much heat into this card as we can. On a full-size stage, this would be a soft box. You can do them from the floor. We used to do them from the floor bouncing, but it takes so much wattage to do that. Generally, I'm using a softbox that has 100,000 watts in it, and that'll get me to a 2, maybe a 2.8. So it takes a lot of firepower to get these things. And for this little guy, we need to be up in double-digit f-stops just to have some depth of field. Because we're shooting video, we don't have the luxury of changing the shutter speed or ramping the ISO up. So we're shooting at an 850 ISO. That got us to a little better than a 5.6. So I can preview the depth of field by underexposing it. But yeah, really,
Right.
it needs to be nearly a 22. But from where we are now, even if we just let this go a little bit under at an 8, there's no way we're going to get 4 more stops out of anything on this stage. But the quality of the light we're getting is nice. So there's the headlights. It's very, very close. That basically gave us another stop and a half. So that gets us to a 16. I think we can live with that. I'm just making a little flag, a little ground rope to protect the side of the car from the top of this LED going. So now we're just getting the bounce on the car. I'm trying to light right in here in the grill, that it's a real hole down there. And you can see if I was in, you know, that close, that would give it to us. See the bumper guards right next to the time code? It's like they're black, they're silver. No need to make it complicated. I'm just going to make a little wedge. This is when you really need an LED on a gooseneck to stick under the car. Yeah, let's shoot this, see what we got. Looking at the Rokinon 100mm macro and the Canon 100mm macro. So the Canon has an internal electronic stabilizer, which is definitely helping us because we're sliding the camera and we're getting a lot of jitter without the stabilizer on. But also I'm liking the out of focus areas better on the Canon, and that's not a technical consideration, that's an aesthetic one. The parts that were in focus just seem to be just as sharp.